Today we're going to be talking about our favorite travel products from Amazon. We've tried out so many different travel products and we really think this list is the best of the best. I also think these would make great gifts for the traveler in your life, or if you just want to make your own travels more convenient. So let's dive right in. The first favorite I have is the Aeropress Go. We were pretty skeptical of this at first, but we were planning a trip to Europe for 2 months and we wanted a way to make sure that we had coffee every single day. So essentially what this is a little French press that you can use in the morning with your own coffee grounds. So we just carried this along with us as well as our own coffee, and we can't believe how well this works and how much money it actually saved us. So for 2 months in Europe, I think we bought coffee maybe twice. And one of the times was actually when we were in Venice and wanted to use the bathroom. So we actually just bought a cappuccino at a Burger King so that we could use the bathroom. But yeah, this actually makes a really great cup of coffee. It's a little tricky to use at first, but you get used to it pretty quickly. And it's not too bulky either for essentially a coffee machine. Another item that we can't travel without, whether we're traveling or at home, is a noise machine. This one is extremely portable, as you can see, and it just takes a charge by USB-C. Another thing that's great about this is it has a built-in rechargeable battery, so you can either leave it plugged in overnight, or if there isn't a close outlet, you can just leave it going all night, and the battery will actually last a little longer than a full night, which we've definitely had to use on occasion. So we set this up every single night, no matter where we are, and it's really good at drowning out the noises, especially if you're in a big city. There's a couple different sounds that you can choose from on this. We picked our favorite, and so every time we turn it on, it just plays the same one, which we love, and we can't really get a good night's sleep without this. And our next travel favorite is actually our own product. Voila! These are actually our own packing cubes that we sell on Amazon. I designed each of these individually from scratch, and as you can see, they have the days of the week on them. These are perfect for week-long trips where you want to organize your clothes ahead of time. And as you can see, we have 2 sizes here. We have the small size and the larger size. We think the smaller size is great for summer clothes, kids clothes, and if you're packing carry-on only. And the larger size is great for bulkier items, check bags, and just weekend trips. We're really proud of these. We worked so hard to get them up and running, and we've gotten some great feedback so far. We've already sold out twice, which is absolutely amazing. So thank you so much for those of you who have supported our channel by buying this product. And now let's get these cleaned up. Much better. The next item we have is kind of a weird one. This is actually a carbon monoxide detector. We also picked this up for a 2-month Europe trip, again, because we were staying in a lot of Airbnbs and a lot of them didn't have carbon monoxide detectors. So we just wanted to make sure that we were safe. So what we would do is we turn this on once we got to a new location just to make sure everything was safe. And it just gave us a little bit of peace of mind. We like that this is also rechargeable. I think we maybe charged this twice our entire trip. I'm not really sure, but holds a charge for a very long time, and it's really compact as well. These next items might have actually saved the day during our hot Italian summer leg of the trip. So as you can see, these are rechargeable fans, and they have 2 different modes. Feels so nice. And we carried these around in our day packs whenever we were running around Rome during the day, and they actually kept us surprisingly cool. These also hold a charge really, really well. There was one night we actually forgot to turn it off and it ran the entire night, which is pretty impressive for how small this is. And another cool feature of these is you can actually use them to charge your phone. So very useful and actually kind of cute too. It looks like a little bear. Our next travel favorite is actually a couple of different items. We use this as our washing machine whenever we're really in a pinch. So I'll show you what I mean by that. The first item that we have in here are these Sea to Summit laundry pockets. These are pretty straightforward. They're just little detergent sheets that you can throw in the wash. We definitely just use the detergent at any Airbnbs that might be there, but it's nice to know that we always have detergent with us if we're really in a pinch. Another part of this laundry setup is this dry bag. So this is a 12-liter dry bag by Osprey. If we've gone a really long time without washing our clothes, what we'll actually do is just throw our clothes in here with some water, throw a couple of those detergent sheets in there, and just swish this around until our clothes are clean. Then we rinse out our clothes and move on to the next stage, which is drying. So these are also by Sea to Summit. And essentially they're just clotheslines that fold up really small. We've used these countless times, especially in Europe, because even some of our Airbnbs that had washing machines usually didn't have a dryer. So these got plenty of use. We also like that we have 2 of them because one definitely isn't enough when you're doing big loads of laundry like we were. And an upgrade that we've actually made to this setup is getting the Scrubba Bag. So this is a similar concept to the dry bag, but it's made specifically for washing your clothes. As you can see, it's a decent amount bigger. So whenever your water's in there, you use it the same as a dry bag. You roll that up and then you clip it. Wash your clothes, rinse them out, and then hang them up to dry. It's also nice that they included this see-through panel so you can actually see what you're doing in there. And there's also ridges inside the bag, so it agitates the clothes a little more to get them a little cleaner. We haven't actually used this yet, but we're really excited to try it out. So that's our little laundry machine on the road. Another travel favorite that we use constantly is this triple wireless charger. This is the perfect setup if you have a wireless phone to charge, an Apple Watch, and AirPods like we do. And we just have one of these for each of us, and we set them up as soon as we get to an Airbnb. And what's really nice about this is you don't have to deal with a bunch of different wires all the time, especially if these are the three main devices you're charging up most often. So I would highly recommend this. One thing about ours is the lights are a little bright at night, but I actually think they sell some now where you can turn off the lights before you go to bed. So I think this is a travel must-have. Another favorite of ours is these TSA Approved Scissors. Surprisingly, these are actually able to fly carry-on. I think as the blade is technically small enough, but we actually use these constantly. You never really realize how often you need scissors until you're living without them. So these were definitely a nice to have. And it's also really nice that the scissors collapse and then it has a cap on it, so you're never gonna poke yourself with them. And they made it on a couple of different flights with us. I wouldn't be surprised if they take these away from us eventually, but until then, we'll keep bringing them with us. So just a couple more things here. We really like these Sea to Summit travel pillows. I know a lot of people bring really bulky pillows when they travel, but these do the job for us in a really, really compact size. And the material is actually pretty soft too. So we each have one of these, and we definitely keep them very accessible anytime we're doing a very long travel leg. Another favorite of ours that we've been traveling for years with are these microfiber towels. And I think I bought this the first time we went backpacking in Europe and we were staying in a bunch of hostels. So this definitely works as a bath towel if you need it for that. We've used this as a beach towel before. I used this to dry my hair. It's definitely multi-purpose and it's a huge nice to have. So we have a smaller size and then we have a larger size, which is a little bit better for the beach. And along the same vein of travel pillows, this doesn't come with me if we're doing a longer trip, but if it's a shorter trip and it's a really long flight, I really like this turtle neck pillow. You essentially use this by wrapping it around your neck, and then there's sort of like a brace here that you can lean your head on. This is the comfiest travel pillow in my opinion, but as you can see, it's a little bit bulky. So I wouldn't recommend it if you're limited on suitcase space, but it's definitely a luxury if you have the space for it and you really need to catch some sleep. Another nice to have is this collapsible water bottle. We brought this on our trip to Europe and we didn't actually use this to drink out of, but we filled it up every single time we got to an Airbnb and we just kept it in the fridge for continuous cold water, which was kind of a blessing after running around in the sun all day and coming home and just wanting a refreshing glass of cold water. So this worked really well, and it would also be really nice in a day pack if you're limited on space, because as you drink through it, obviously it gets smaller and smaller and will essentially take up no room once the water's gone. So that's all I have for this video. These are our absolute favorite items to have while traveling, and they definitely give us a little bit of luxury on the road. We talk about pretty much all of these items in our full-time travel packing video, which we released pretty recently, so please check that out if you're interested. And we'll definitely have these items linked below as well. If you use any of those links, it helps us support the channel, and we would be so grateful for any support. Thank you all so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe because we have so many videos coming out from all of our European travels that you definitely don't want to miss. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.